Good evening. The news summary for this Wednesday, 31st March. The government's launching a push to find trainers who can help get unemployed people back to work. The Employment Ministry is inviting groups and organizations to come forward to provide mentoring for the jobless. The government believes unemployed people need help to realize they can't be too fussy about taking up work.
Women looking for work today, and that's quite typical. As job seekers, they outnumber men by 2 to 1. The snag isn't a shortage of jobs for either gender, it's attitude.
There's a group of people, do they really want to work? Or are they still choosing the type of work that they want?
But now the government wants to change mindsets and get more people working. That starts with getting men, often drifting through casual work, hunting for their own jobs.
We even getting women calling us or coming to us on a personal basis to the office, looking for jobs for men, either for their husband or for sons. So they tend to rely on the women to go and do the legwork for them.
As of last week, there were just over 1,000 people looking for work in this country, with more than 2,000 jobs available. But not every job vacancy suits every job seeker, of course, more than 2/3 of whom are women, often complaining that most of the work available is for men. So the government is seeking trainers, such as groups and organisations, who can mentor and re-skill 25 or more job seekers each for up to 3 months.
The training has to be provided, has to address areas before work and during work. And when they do secure jobs, what they have to do in the job in order to remain in the job.
They need to wake up in the morning, find the right bus schedule to go to work, adapt to the working environment. So there's a lot of things to adapt to. So this is where the training will come in.
There'll be a meeting for applicants next week. They'll need a training plan and a track record to get involved and help fill the positions that one way or another must be filled.
Club Med Seychelles has received its first clients during the past weekend following the reopening of the country to the world. Since Saturday, the 5 Trident Resort on Staten Island has received 145 tourists, mainly Israelis. Club Med Seychelles can accommodate 600 guests at once. In an interview with SBC News today, the general manager of the resort, Guesson, said that they are expecting to get about 300 tourists by the end of this week, half of the resort's capacity, and to Mr. Baque, this is a good sign.
For the first week, I want to say every opening, we're starting well. Means with the border open now, it's a good prognostic, and especially at this time with, and everyone, the measure we need for COVID, we don't want to open the resort at full capacity, means for us it's a good starting. We are all inclusive. All inclusive means from the bar, the restaurant, and also all the activity. And the resort, it's important for the leisure. Leisure is not only to have some live music somewhere. It's starting from the live show. We have, I think, the only one theater in Seychelles, and every night we have some event and big event. We call that all inclusive. But also important, we're taking care about the kids starting in 2 years. 2 years from 70, they are taking care. It means we have around some people taking care about them. Most of the people want to see Seychelles, and we give this opportunity to the family to come, to discover the beauty of the island, with the beautiful, I want to say, destination of Seychelles, like honeymoon destination, or second honeymoon, or another honeymoon. But at the same time, when you come with family and kids, you want also to have fun for them.
A 41-year-old man has died last night after a collision between two transports at Oswaldo. The accident, which happened at around 8:45 in the evening, involved a car and a long pickup truck known as Ayab. The man was accompanied by his stepson, aged 7 years old, who received a broken arm and he is in hospital. This is the first fatal accident registered this year. The Ministry of Health has detected 41 new cases of COVID-19 since the last update on March 30th and one death case on the 27th of March. This was a 68-year-old male who was admitted to the isolation and treatment center at the family hospital in Perseverance. A total of 3,823 cases have recovered from infection with the virus. This includes 47 cases who met the discharge criteria today and have been released from isolation. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Giugiaro, has flatly rejected suggestion that the decision to open up the country to tourism was influenced by political leaders. He said, if anything, the government was rather receptive to all suggestions put forward by the Public Health Authority. Dr. Giugiaro was speaking during debate this morning on a budget of 60.7 million rupees for the Public Health Authority, which was approved unanimously by the Assembly. The budget of 78.3 million rupees allocated to the Agency for the Prevention of Drug Abuse and Rehabilitation, APDA, was also approved. And earlier this afternoon, the National Assembly approved amendments to the bill on confiscation of proceeds of crime. The new amendment allows police officers at the rank of inspectors to file affidavits to support the confiscation of properties gained by wrongful means, such as drug trafficking. The Chief Registration Officer of the Electoral Commission, Lynn Bilal, has certified the new electoral register. The certified register was presented to the Chief Electoral Officer, Manuela Amsbury. There are now 74,442 registered voters, and Mrs. Bilal says that the Electoral Commission has encountered various challenges in validating this new register because of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.